Welcome to Locked On Astros. The Astros dominate the Rangers as Christian Walker ignites a 3-run homer into the outfield as the Astros rally with 6 runs on 2 outs. Lance McCullers shines on the mound. Stay tuned for a breakdown of this game on this edition of Locked On Astros.
Buenos días, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett Htown Wheelhouse Chancey.
Woo, what a game that was. Awesome. After last night's 1-0 loss and us beating our heads against the wall continuously, when is this offense going to show up? They show up. That's right. There was a lot of talk today about Lance McCullers being on the mound. What was he going to do? He imploded last game. After the game, we heard about the controversial social media post where his family was threatened. How is he going to handle being on the mound? Well, we know he can be a big game pitcher. And although he didn't break records or set, new standards for pitching, he went out and simply did the job. And then you had the 2-out rally. Look, hey, I'm Htown Wheelhouse here with Locked On Astros. I'm half of Locked On Astros. The other half of Locked On Astros, Eric, is taking some time for his family. And I told my family I got to hop on and I've got to talk about this game. But before I get started, I need to send out a big congratulations to my little buddy out there, Carter Yarborough. Get this, Carter Yarborough is on the Astros, okay? The Astros, they came in second on the season, and they won the Little League, the Pearland Little League 7U Coach Pitch Championship. That's right. They had a great year, and I also want to say thanks to Pearland Little League for providing a great place for young boys and girls and to help them learn the game, for the community to come together and watch these kids grow. Pearland Little League, congratulations. Carter Yarborough and his team, congratulations on your 7U Coach Pitch Championship. And on the same night that the Houston Astros win, this is a great night all around the town. And I'm donning the Htown, the Love Ya Blue Htown shirt from Ram Shirts. I got my May the 4th be with you Stros hat. We got the navy, the baby blue going, the always positive, always Stros. Look, guys, I am here. This is a great game. And look, I know I've kind of launched into this and I've hit the pedal to the metal and I'm super pumped. And I'm not trying to be overreactionary or fanboy or homerish, but you got to love what happened tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You have to absolutely love there are multiple storylines here, okay? The Silver Boot series, I'll kind of work backwards, okay? The Silver Boot series we'll talk about in the third segment, where it has been somewhat of a joke in the past. Oh, who's going to win the Silver Boot? It's actually become quite important. Then the Astros rally, and we'll talk about in the second segment how they rally with 2 outs. And when they get bases loaded, we'll talk about that. And then now in this segment, we're going to talk about Lance McCullers Jr. Lance McCullers Jr. did some good things on the mound. Like I said, he didn't pitch 6 or 7 innings. He didn't throw a no-hitter. He did give up a couple runs, but they were both unearned. But he did some good things. I mean, what this guy has been through mentally, what this guy has been through physically, and then to be just berated and mocked and made fun of in a way where his family was threatened after the last start. Just this guy's mental makeup to be able to come out on the mound tonight and do what he did shows a lot of character that Lance McCullers has that I think a lot of us wish we had. McCullers tonight allows 4 hits, 2 runs, both unearned on the error by Jeremy Pena. Jeremy Pena probably could have gone down and gotten that ball. He walked 1 batter, struck out 2. He got 7 whiffs, and he hit 92.8 miles an hour on the gun. That is key. That is huge. Lance McCullers Jr. is progressing. Yes, at times he has looked like he hasn't pitched in 2.5 years. Well, you know what? It's not easy to pitch in the major leagues. It's not easy to play baseball. And I think a lot of times, well, we have the expectations that you're a professional, you get paid millions, you should perform. You should go out there every game, all 162, and the performance should be great. Maybe you have someone on your fantasy team and you're like, oh, they went 0 for 5 today, but you're a professional and the pitcher you faced had a 7.89 ERA. Look, we know the expectations here in Houston, and y'all talk about it with us in this show. We are spoiled. Since 2017, actually going back to 2015. I still remember driving to Academy at the end of my training session at school. I had just started at Pearland ISD. I was driving to Academy to get my gear from winning the ALDS against the Royals. And the closer I got to Academy, the runs started being chipped away, and the Royals freaking won that game. And the Royals went on to win that World Series. We would miss the playoffs in 16, and then we'd wake up and erupt in 2017 and start a run that some people say is over. And look, tonight is not the night to have the discussion of, is the run over? Tonight is talking about moving forward. Lance McCullers Jr., okay? So let's just look at what Lance McCullers Jr. did specifically on the mound outside of the whiffs that I mentioned. Again, 7 whiffs, 92.8 on the gun. That is not bad at all. And when you look at his pitch usage, he threw 25 sliders, 21 changeups, 20 sinkers, 7 knuckle curves, 7 fastballs, and 3 cutters. So he is throwing a majority slider, changeup, sinker, okay? The knuckle curve, he's not throwing as much. The four-seam fastball, he's not throwing. The cutter, he's not throwing. Lance McCullers Jr. went out there and did the job. Sean Dubin came in, finished what he had started, and then we go from there. So if you look at what we did tonight, we had Lance McCullers Jr. pitch 4 innings, right? 83 pitches thrown. I think the innings will go up and the pitch usage will come down. As Lance dissects what he's doing, dissects how the hitters are reacting, you will see him start to regulate in a way. His ERA is going to continue to fall, and I believe that you're going to see a more balanced Lance McCullers Jr. And behind him, what did the bullpen do? They did their job. Sean Dubin, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. Man, it's great to see Sean Dubin back on the mound. This guy's a friend of the show. We interviewed him last year. We'll have to interview him again this year. I love this guy, Dubin. He is great on the mound. I love it when he's healthy. And then you had Caleb Ort come out and get a strikeout over an inning. Brian King come out and get a strikeout over 1 inning. Brian Abreu pitched 1 inning, was clean. And Josh Hader did give up a solo shot, but he had a strikeout. And he's done. He doesn't get the save from what I understand, but he comes out and he does the job. Yes, they had that 1 run late, but 6-3, you out-hit the Rangers 9-5. You outscore them 6-3, and you look great doing it. I want to know what y'all think about Lance McCullers Jr. on the mound tonight. Do you feel like after what he went through and after what we heard, what he dealt with, I mean, wouldn't y'all say that's a pretty admirable way to come back? I think it is really, really solid, and it shows a lot, again, of his character and who he is. And we'll get to Walker in a second. What we do want to talk about is the Astros rallying with 2 outs, is the Astros getting hits when it matters, and the Astros power hitters and guys like Christian Walker coming up big when it comes time to show up on the big stage. Because even if you didn't have Apple TV, it was a national stage, and Christian Walker was huge. We're going to talk about that next. Hello, everybody. This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlay. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. Which players are showing up in the biggest moments, and how could you track their trends to build the next bet? If you have something that you think is heating up and you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go for this guy, then you go for it. Why? Because you can win $200 in bonus bets with your first $5 bet. And if it wins, those $200 bonus bets come to you fast and easy. So head to FanDuel.com today. Make every moment more with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Locked On Astros. I'm Htown Wheelhouse. You know where to find me on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Actually, on Instagram, it's Htown_Wheelhouse because someone has stolen my identity on Instagram, but that's okay. I will find him. I will track him down. I have a special set of skills. Anyways, no, I'm not going to go Liam Neeson on him. He can have my name. I guess often imitated, never duplicated. You know where to find the show. If you are listening for the first time, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please help us get to 14,000 and listen to us on Apple, Google, or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. It's free and easy to listen to. You can also get ad-free on Amazon. With an Amazon Prime membership, you can go to Amazon, download our podcast, and it's ad-free. So let's talk about this. The Houston Astros. How horrible have they been with bases loaded? Well, let's see. Before Paredes hit, they were 5 for 40, a league worst. Not an American League worst, not an American League West worst, but a worst in the entire league. That's right. The worst in the entire league. Unbelievable. And so that is absolutely insane. The Houston Astros had just been bad. They've gotten bases loaded. They've put men on. Someone goes 125, LOL, that's awful. Oh, wow, look at Miss Scott doing the math for us. I love it. I absolutely love it. But what happened tonight in those 2 outs? Well, let's look, because it was unbelievable. Cam Smith doubles, okay, on a fly ball to center field. Jake Myers scored all the way from first. Did you see Jake Myers take off? And this was with 2 outs. So with 2 outs, what do? And if you're watching Carter Yarborough, when there's 2 outs and you're on bases, what do? You just run like the wind. And what did Jake Myers do? He went from first to home. He was off like a lightning bolt. Then Isaac Paredes singled to right fielder Adolis Garcia. Cam Smith scored. Jeremy Pena scored. Jose Altuve to second. Got basically cleared most of the bases. 3-2 Astros. And then the man that we've been talking about, the man that I've said needs to get off the schneid. And I don't know if y'all saw this. Let me stop in this before I get to Christian Walker. They interviewed Christian Walker. There were just some things, and I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but there were some things about this broadcast that were so cringy. The first thing that was really corny was the cowboy hats that Spilboards and the other guy was wearing at the beginning. I mean, Apple TV, did y'all take these guys to Six Flags Arlington and throw the baseballs at the clowns that you knocked down to win those cowboy hats? Because those were the worst play school cowboy hats I have ever seen. I mean, they were bad. I would have preferred a 1985 white cowboy hat with the red leather, tag on it than those things. That was terrible. Number one. Number two, to talk about the importance of the Lone Star series or the Silver Boot series. Sorry. You interview Christian Walker? What? You don't interview Jose Altuve? who's been there the longest, or even Lance McCullers Jr. while he's pitching, starting pitchers, typically, but you don't talk to a veteran or Joe Espada. But what they did was they dovetailed it into a Christian Walker conversation about what he's doing at the plate, which I thought was very interesting and solid sports journalism. And Christian Walker said before the game, I've got my hands better. I feel like I'm squaring up the baseball more. And I feel like I've got a better, cleaner path, just trying to make things cleaner. I've been kind of stuck in a rut, basically, is what he's saying. And you know what happened? The dude went out there today and absolutely, did you see that ball that he hit to left field? That was an absolute laser. That was Jordan-esque. That is why we brought Christian Walker here. And I've been saying it a lot. Like I don't want to think and I don't want to believe and put it out there negative in the universe that first base appears to be cursed. But man, if Christian Walker said, you know what better time to start getting hot than now? Dude called it. I mean, the Astros players need to start calling their stuff more. Isaac Paredes called his the other night, said, get the gum bucket. I'm gonna walk this off. Like, these guys know. Oh, and Paredes gave his first English interview. I was impressed. There was a whole lot of really cool things that happened tonight. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Apple TV games, but there are a couple things I do like about it. I do like it how the aesthetics are. I like the clean graphics. I like the type they use. It's all advanced. They use stuff that not a lot of other people use with the Google StatCast and things like that. So there are definitely some things that you like. That you like about this broadcast. But there's a lot of things you don't like. Oh, and there's my grandson just popped in. I'm live on camera, buddy. I'm live on the show right now. Avon, so, okay. Avon, I got to keep going, buddy. So is that for me? Thank you, buddy. I'll see you in a few minutes. Sorry, my grandson went to the store and got me some water. There we go. Well, that's not great live radio. Hello. Yeah. He is not allowed on camera. I'm not going to put him out in the public sphere. But anyways, so let's get back to this. Yes, he is Waterboy today. He kind of sounds like Waterboy the way he talks right now. It's kind of funny, but anyways, let's get back to Christian Walker. Christian Walker, I still believe, is a 30 home run guy. I don't think he's fallen off. I don't think he's regressed into Jose Abreu territory. And if we give this guy some time, there's going to be a lot of people apologizing for all the horrible things they've said about Christian Walker. Now, I don't have a problem. Oh, where's Milo? He's actually right over here to my left. He came in. He's my podcast buddy. When I'm in here, he's in here most nights. But Christian Walker, give it time. And I've been critical. Look, I don't have a problem with people being critical. I get accused of being always positive, always a homer, or whatever you call it. But look, I take the positive spin on things, and you know that. But look at why is it important for us to talk about this and marinate on Christian Walker? Is because they got all these runs, 6 runs with 2 outs, situational hitting, bringing guys in, things that we have been talking about that they need to do. Now, the only thing that I would like to see different is for the Astros to stack 2, 3, 4 of these games together like this. I would love that. And we are going to talk about, in our last segment, why the Silver Boot Series is so important. Hello, everybody. This episode is brought to you by Gametime. Gametime is a great app, and I use it. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms to apply. You know that you don't have to plan in advance. You can wait till the last minute to head to the game with friends or family. And on game day, you can suddenly realize, you know what? I want to be in the stands. I want to be there. That's where Gametime comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, new hats, new jerseys, whatever you want. Gametime makes it all possible. Gametime makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. They've got incredible last minute deals, clear seat views, and the lowest price guaranteed. That takes the worry out of buying. Gametime is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for an exciting upcoming MLB game like the Astros versus the Mariners, the Star Wars weekend. Why not be there? Oh, listen, if you're going with us to the game for the May 24th game, go get the add-on package. Go get the add-on package with the shirt and the bobblehead. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app and create an account and use the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms to apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Gametime app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for making Locked On Astros your first listen. Make sure you make Locked On MLB your second listen. Well, hey, listen, if you're going to be there for the Star Wars bobblehead on Saturday, it is the Astros versus Mariners, the Locked On group meetup. We will be in section, I believe, 254, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look at my tickets, but we'll be around there. We'll be doing a group picture around 5 o'clock near the center field where they have the big center field tower. So meet us over there right next to the big bar over there. I don't know if it's called Hornitos or if it's called El Tiempo. I can't remember what the center field bar is right next to the Budweiser porch. So y'all come out. Y'all come get a picture with us. Even if you're not with the group, didn't get any of the group tickets, then make sure you stop by, say hi. We'd love to meet you. And guess who else is going to be there? Mama Wheelhouse. That's right. Get to meet Mama Wheelhouse live and in person. It will be fun. So why is the Silver Boot Series important? Well, number one, anytime a Houston team can beat a team from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's a good day. That's reason number one, okay? Probably the number one reason. But really, in all seriousness, it is important because this AL West race this year is, I think, probably going to be the tightest that it's ever been. I mean, you have the Mariners still keeping pace, okay? The Mariners are really trying hard to be a solid team. I mean, they're winning right now 5-0 in the top of the ninth, and they're beating the San Diego Padres. So you got to give credit where credit is due. They are playing over their skis right now. The Astros have moved into second place at 23-21 with the .523 win percentage. The Rangers slipped just behind us at 24-22 with the .522 win percentage. And the Mariners are at 23-19. See, we're only one game behind the Mariners. What's funny is we're a 100th of a point in front of the Rangers. We're both only one game behind the Mariners, but the Mariners keep winning. We have the best run differential in this division. The Rangers have a -2 run differential. They still are in the negative differential. The Oakland Athletics are starting to fall where they belong, and I think the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, which I still call them, or the Anaheim Angels, they are just going to be the last place basement dwellers because their signings have not panned out. Their prospects have not panned out. And the Sacramento A's are going to continue to play well. But the Silver Boot Series is important because as long as the Mariners are forcing the Rangers and the Astros to play competitive baseball, it's good for the Astros and Rangers series to go by the way of the Astros. Now, if you look at the series overall, I think it's now tied. I think we have won They're either one game better than us or we are tied. And I can't remember what the number is. It's around like 240 or 340 or something like that. I'll get the official number. We'll talk about it Sunday night. But the Houston Astros, if they can top the Rangers in this regular season series, it gives them a much better chance of winning the division. When they play the Mariners, when the Mariners come to Houston, it's going to be a huge series because I don't anticipate the Mariners giving up any ground. Now, they are playing the Padres. So it could be something where the Padres take something from them or the Mariners get on a little bit of a losing streak, but they're going to be motivated. Remember, they have 3 pitchers right now, the Mariners do, that are on the injured list. Okay. Logan Gilbert, Bryce Miller, and Luis Castillo. The Astros are trying to still get some guys back. Whitley will be back soon. Dubin is back. Lance McCullers is getting stronger. Ronel Blanco is the workhorse. He is the guy that I think is really going to help sustain this starting rotation beyond 1 and 2. He's your number 3 guy. Spencer Arrighetti, we still don't know what's going on. And that's right. Mama Wheelhouse is reminding y'all that I'm taking her to the game on the 24th. So if y'all want to meet Mama Wheelhouse, y'all come hang out with us. I would love to see y'all there. So the Silver Boot series, and why we mentioned it, why we saved it for the last section of this episode, is because it is a big deal. It's not about winning a Silver Boot trophy. It's about making your claim of the division. Everybody today, all through Twitter, after last night, there's no way this team makes the playoffs. This team has great pitching, but their hitting is terrible. There's no way this team makes it to the playoffs. You know, you remember the teams that beat the Astros in 19 and 21? They had no business making the playoffs. Their offenses were terrible going into the playoffs. And what do? They freaking beat us. They beat our tails when it mattered most in the World Series. I mean, and our offense was terrible in those World Series. If we can figure out how to get the offense going, really going in the regular season, and that can translate into the postseason, it doesn't matter who we face. We can beat anybody. I know people are saying right now, oh, Wheelhouse, you're such a homer. Oh, Wheelhouse, you're always positive, always a homer. Well, no, I just know what this team is. Now, am I always excited when I look at the lineup or I look up the roster? Am I pleased 100% with the construction of this roster? Not 100%. There are a lot of flaws that I see in it. But as long as we have who we have, and they continue to do what we know they can do or have been doing, then this team can take step forward. You got to remember, this team is winning games, y'all, without Yordan Alvarez. This team won a game today against a guy, they knocked Eovaldi out, who has had their number, and they absolutely took advantage of the Rangers bullpen. Eovaldi didn't go the 8 innings, okay? And it's just one of those things where you have to look and you have to think, what is it that gives anybody the right to say that the Houston Astros can and will go into the playoffs this year? And I just think it's who this team is. I mean, Eovaldi only went 5 2/3 innings today, folks. As great as he was, he got pulled in 5 2/3 innings. I don't know why. He only gave up 2 hits. He had 3 walks. It makes no sense. I mean, was he tired? Well, I mean, he had 93 pitches, but come on. He's your best pitcher. The Rangers skipper got out coached tonight. Milner went out there, gave up 2 runs. Armstrong, wow. Their bullpen's terrible. And I asked my friend in Arlington, I said, hey, dude, why is y'all stadium half full on a Friday night? And after the Astros scored 6 runs, he said, this is why the stadium is half full tonight. Because everybody knows what our bullpen is capable of, the implosion. We don't have that. I mean, the Houston Astros don't have that issue. Our team does not have that issue. And so I believe that the playoffs is squarely in the forefront and on the minds of the Houston Astros. But they're not worrying about that right now. They're taking the right approach, one game at a time. Don't panic. Man, good thing the fans aren't the guys with the uniforms, because we would suck at playing professional baseball. We'll leave that to the pros. You guys are the best. I thank y'all for stopping by. And once again, congratulations to the Pearland Little League 7U Coach Pitch champions, the Astros, Carter Yarborough's team. Those boys, you deserve a tip of the hat. You deserve all the recognition. And thank y'all for providing a great place, not just in Pearland, but all over the city of Houston. Little League is such a great league. We thank y'all, the listeners, the viewers, for checking out Locked On Astros, for making us your team every day. And thank y'all. Y'all were great tonight. The chat was positive. Y'all weren't going at each other. It's amazing, Jay, what winning does. For myself, for Eric Huysman, for everybody here at Locked On Astros, oh, and Milo down there who's asleep, y'all have a good one. And as always, go Stros. Let's do it again, baby. Let's do it again.